Awesome. Hey, everybody. Tonight is May 1st. We're doing a database reactivation challenge with a really cool website to go along with it so you can use it to pitch database reactivations for your client. You're also going to learn how to do a database reactivation. So you can apply it to yourself, you can apply it to a client. What you see on screen is part of the website you're going to get with an amazing little calculator in there that I did for free using another tool, which I'll give away and show you all how to do it, how I set it up as well. Before I start, are there any questions? Anyone? Nope. Okay. Hi, Kofi. Hey, Scott. Hey, who else? Johnny. Allow recording. Okay. Your Fathom's going to record. Hey, Scott. Okay, so we're doing a database reactivation challenge tonight and tomorrow night. Hopefully it'll only take 2 nights because I'm going to give you guys this amazing web page, and it's an opt-in web page as well. So I'll give you that with the form and the workflows and whatnot. So before we start, or what we are starting, but before we do any work, does anyone not know what a database reactivation is? Okay. Well, this is a smart group. Everyone seems to know what it is, but if you don't know what it is, I'm going to explain it to you. So, and I'll read it verbatim from these notes that I've also shared in the chat with the Zoom, and I'll also share these notes in the group, my group, when I'm done. Okay, but you can follow along. So, a database reactivation, it's a very powerful and cost-effective marketing technique to get existing customers to buy from you or your client again and again. Any marketer worth his or her weight in salt, or whatever the phrase is, knows that it's always cheaper to sell to an existing customer than it is to get a new customer. So this piggybacks on that, on that methodology, and we apply some simple go high level techniques to it, which you'll see to do the database reactivation itself, which essentially is you take a database, we use go high level. Okay, is anyone not using go high level in this group? If you're not, you should. But if you're not using go high level, doesn't matter. It's just a database reactivation is a mailing list. Could either be email or SMS. Okay, and the list could come from your go high level. It could come from a point of sale system. It could come from QuickBooks. It could come from somebody like a Service Titan. If you're in the home business, it could come from your Zillow. If you're a real estate agent, if you're with Zillow, it can come from your contact list there. Anywhere you have a CRM or anywhere you have contacts, you're going to gather them in one place. We're going to use go high level to do that. Okay, and then we're going to contact them. In this case, we're going to do it via email. Okay, we're going to do it via email, and the email is going to be an offer. And an offer is just something like, if you're a painter, it'd be like 10% off. In my case, I want to offer them a free calculator to see how much money they could make with the database reactivation. And as it happens, this is the calculator that I'm going to use for my database reactivation. They just want to get something for free. You want them to raise their hand and say yes. Go high level will look to see if they say yes. And if they do, I'm going to hit them up with the bot and really get them excited to try out this offer that I have. And for instance, there's a lot of things you can do with that. We don't have time to make like a negotiator bot. I thought we might, but we're not going to. Okay, so we're going to make a website to sell database reactivations, and then I'm going to do a database reactivation. Okay. So are there any questions about what a database reactivation is? What we're going to do here tonight and tomorrow night? Speak up. Nope. Great. All right. So how do you sell a database reactivation to your clients? Now, let me preface that. If you're just doing a database reactivation for yourself, you're going to learn some extra stuff here, but you'll have this cool calculator to use for yourself to see how much you can make. But if you want to sell database reactivations, and I highly recommend that you do, because they're very easy to sell. It's a win-win situation. It's almost impossible for them to say no. And it's pretty easy to do once you know how, frankly. And you can do it again and again and again and get monthly recurring revenue for the service for your clients. Okay. One of the best ways to explain it to them and to show it why they would want to do it. I mean, they all understand the concept of getting an email. Is a page like this. You open up a page like this with your client, walk them through this calculator and show them how much money they could save from a database reactivation. And if they don't know what it is, you just kind of explain it to them. But there, this explains what a database reactivation is. I made a video of me explaining what a database reactivation is. So my clients, just by looking at this page together with me, will understand what a database reactivation is, what I'm doing for them, why it's, here's some fun stats that I didn't make up. These are real stats. And here's some copy here. So I'm going to give you guys this. I would hope you would rewrite the copy. You can use ChatGPT to do it, which I'll actually probably do because I'm going to build this really quick and give it to you guys. And the way this works is I explain why it's so awesome. There's a calculator showing how much money they can make. I even allow people. Hold on one sec. Sorry. You can even sorry, let's mute everyone. You can I have it right now hooked up so you can actually sell it from this website, and I have the page in there with the checkout form you can put in if you want. It's one way to sell a database reactivation. Okay. And this, like I said, this also has this opt-in page. So I can push people to an opt-in page as well, where if they want to use the free calculator, I want their name and email, phone number I could add, right? This will be in there for you as well, just so that they could, just so I have on my list and I can follow up with them about, hey, check out my calculator, right? And I have on my list now, my own list, which I can send database reactivations to, even though they're not existing customers. Okay, so you're gonna get those two pages. You're gonna get this payment page. Okay, you're gonna have to hook it up yourself. I'm not gonna get into too much of how to make it work. You have to figure that out on your own. Okay. And then okay, so in addition to being able to buy it immediately, which is one option, the other option is we'll talk about in a sec what the other options are to charge for a service like this. Okay, we're talking about how to sell it to them. I show them how much money they can make. I explain it over and over again in a lot of text. I make a video. I make it. I just answer any question they could have before they ask it. There's even a fax at the bottom, but I give them a guarantee, and this is important. This is the risk reversal guarantee, where I say I'll run it again and again and again. It's a very simple look. So basically, if they're giving us $497, I'm guaranteeing that I'm going to fill their pipeline with deals or opportunities that are worth 3 times their investment. So all I got to do is generate, what is this? That's all I got to do is generate $1,500 worth of potential business, not close leads. It's up to them to close it. That'll be a different deal, which we'll talk about in a second. Okay. And my guarantee is if I don't make that opportunity for them, I'll run it again. I don't give them their money back. This is not a money back guarantee. This is a risk reversal where the onus is on me to do a good job, but I don't have to give them their money back. So that's a good option to choose when you're doing services for your customers. Okay. And then I a little bit tell them what's going to happen once they sign up. I'm going, it's pretty quick to do this. Basically, you just got to onboard them. If they're not in your Go High level, you're going to want them in your SaaS, your Go High level. This is not a class about that. If you don't know how to do that, look at one of my other challenges. But you want them in your SaaS, you can do this. And then all you got to do is onboard them. It's like, where are your databases? Do you have QuickBooks? Do you have, Service Titan? Do you have where do you keep your contacts? Just make sure you get all of them into one place, which is Go High level. That's a separate course. All right. And again, it's a simple call to action on here. Buy it now, buy it now, buy it now. This could be schedule a call. This could be a schedule a call button if you want. They could go to a scheduling page. I'm not doing that. That's another option. And then here's some facts here, which you guys will get this here too. So what if I don't have a list? You're going to give them a free revenue maximization audit, which is a fancy way for saying you're going to get their database together anyways for them, but it just sounds expensive and nice. Here's how the guarantee works. Just explains to the customer. So honestly, everything's in here. You could, run ads almost to this page and get opt-ins and get them to here, and it'd probably be worth your while. There's no privacy policy. There's nothing like that at the bottom. You can add that if you want, but I'm not doing anything here really. I'm not, there's no, you can add that if you want. I didn't do that. Okay. So let me show you how this calculator works. So we're showing how do you sell a database reactivation to clients? I'll be like, hey, what do you do for a living? They go, I do HVAC. I'm an HVAC guy. Okay, cool. What's the average, price for your product or your service for average colleagues? I'll probably make, $2,800. Okay, that's cool. How many people are on your list? All your lists together. If you could just throw a ballpark figure out there. They'll say, I'll keep it low. 2,000 is actually low. I'll just do 1,000. I'll just do 1,000. That's like a small list, right? And now you ask them, what is your close rate on incoming opportunities? And they're going to say, a lot of them will say, oh, 90%. Well, that's really high. So this here is only going to 5%, just to be realistic. So I go, let's say it's 3%. Then I'd say, how many times do you have to come out to the person's house? They may say 1 time a year, 2 times a year, 3 times a year, whatever. Point is, you can see the calculator changing, and this is huge money. If they can actually close this percentage of that database and come out twice a year, let's say it's only $800. It's still a lot of money. You're charging them $497 a month. So what is that? 500? That's $6,000 a year. No, it's $3,000 a year. No, how much is that? 500 times 12. Yeah, it's like $5,000 a year. Who cares? It's not that much money. It's almost a no-brainer. And they're going to say, how many go out when you do the database reactivation? Do you do it all in one day? Well, no, because can you handle 3% of 1,000 in one day? Can you service that? Probably not. So you'd trickle these out. You'd find the perfect medium for them to figure out how many you want to send out a day. And we'll do that later when we do a database reactivation. Okay, so there's this calculator. So that's how I sell database reactivations, is I say, look at this calculator. And it's like, awesome. Any product, any service, if they know these 2 simple numbers, this calculator works. And I'm gonna give this to you all. Okay. So how much you charge to do a database reactivation? So as you can see here, one is a monthly fee of like $497, and that's a good place for anyone to start. You only need to get 1 client, and then you'll have a track record. But it's really, you can probably charge way more, and I'll show you how to do that. I'll talk about how to do that. Okay. So one way is just charging a straight up fee. You can even charge a setup fee if you want. Also, I'm not doing that in this instance, but you could charge a setup fee. Yeah, it's $500 a month. It's a $500, audit fee, which is that resource. This one down here at the bottom, this revenue maximization audit. It sounds official, right? Well, that means is you're making sure all their database is compiled together to make this database reactivation, make it work well. And their tags, you can put just the ones you want, things like that. Just basic go high level contact management. Okay. You can charge for that if you want. Over here. So now here is the second way to make money with database reactivations. If any of you follow Dan Wardrope in Europe, he's an amazing bot guy. He's a leader, the Ninja and the Sleeping Beauty and the Napoleon. I mean, he's amazing. Highly recommend him. So he's really big into selling database reactivations and doing a Rev-Share deal. And what a Rev-Share deal is, it's revenue sharing. And what it means is you'd say, okay, Mr. Client, Mrs. Client, I'm not going to charge you anything to do this service for you whatsoever. It's totally free. They'll be like, oh, that's too good to be true. You'll say, well, not really. I mean, it is free for you, but here's what we're going to do. I want a percentage of all the revenue that you bring in for me doing this for you forever, all the time. And a lot of people are like, well, that's crazy. Who would do a revenue? Who would split their revenue with someone? It's just a sales fee. It's just a sales charge. It's not 50-50. But you could say, I want 10%. I want 8%. What if it's someone doing roofs and each roof is $50,000 average? And you say, I want 5% of that, of every sale you make. I mean, that could be way more than $497 a month, way more. But there are some cons to that. So, what are the pros to doing a revenue share deal? Way more money potential. It's a win-win for everyone because they don't have anything to lose. You do kind of, but you also have way more to gain. If you do monthly and you do it like this, there's going to be a lot more headache because they're going to say they're going to be wanting more statistics. They're going to want more, not results, but they're going to want something for the money they're giving you. Whereas if you do a revenue share, they'll, as long as it takes you to get them their leads, it's fine because they're not spending anything. And it's really hard for them to say no, again, because they're not spending anything. So the cons to this is you have to pay the upfront costs, which is you're hosting it on your go high level, maybe. Yeah, they don't have your SaaS possibly, or if they do, they're not paying for it. You're not charging them anything, remember? If they're an existing client, you can do it for free. It's more complex financially because you need to, figure out how to know that they're giving you 10% of whatever revenue they bring in from your database reactivation. So there's more controls and records. There's more trust needed with you and the client, if that makes sense. And that is database reactivations. And now we'll get into it. Any questions on that? Any questions on database reactivations? Okay, cool. Let's move on. If you guys are excited, say yay. Let me know. Just give me a thumbs up or something. Cool. All right. Nice. Thank you, everybody. All right, cool. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So those are the notes. You all have the notes. Enjoy. I don't know if I'm going to touch them again or not. These notes on here are things I might want to do. Yeah, I'm not doing a negotiator bot. I'm not waiting for Stripe payment. Not doing any of that stuff. Okay. All right. So first, what I want to do is I want to give you guys this entire website here. So do you guys want this right now, or do you want me to do a database reactivation now? Put a 1 if you want this snapshot right now, and we want to do that, or 2 if you want me to do the database reactivation right now. Who wants a snapshot? 1 for the snapshot. Snapshot 2. So we got 3 1s. 1, 2. Another 1. All right. Snapshot, 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 snapshot. Okay. Here's what's cool about the snapshot. If we do it first, you could run your database reactivation if you're an agency to your own database snapshot that I'm going to give you, and you'll have the calculator so you can know how much you can make right away. So how did I make this site? So we're going to do a little go high level tonight. So here's the site you're going to get. I'm just going to go through it really quick. I'm not going to edit it. I'm not going to really do anything. There's only one piece that you guys are going to have to add on your own, and it's kind of the secret to being able to do this calculator and go high level. So you're going to get this website. You can totally, please, I'm asking you, try to rewrite this content using ChatGPT or yourself, right? If you don't, that's not that cool, but please try to rewrite this. The video obviously won't come through, so I recommend that you shoot a video on your own. You don't have to. You can get rid of this and just move the text up. You do whatever you want with the site. I don't really care. There's the only call to action is this button, remember? So if you want it to be a scheduling button, feel free to change it at a scheduling page yourself, right? The guarantee, I think this is a good guarantee. If you want to reword this or have ChatGPT help you write a new guarantee, feel free to do that here. You can rewrite all the stuff on your own, whatever you want. Here's the facts if you want to add in some facts. If you want to add privacy and copyright and all that stuff, because I don't have a chatbot on this thing. I don't have anything on this page whatsoever, so I'm not really getting any information. It would be on the purchasing page, right? So there's nothing here. Feel free to add it, okay? So the only trick to doing this page for everybody, all of you involved, and I'll make a note of this, is the snapshot. Okay, and we'll call it website. You need to get the calculator, which is available at Calconic. So I'm going to give you, I want to see what happens if I open this up in an incognito window. If it shares this. No, okay. So I don't know this that well. So you're gonna have to watch this video and build this on your own. So that is the challenge for this challenge. But I'm gonna do this with you right now, okay? So let me copy in the name of this website. So you all have it. Okay. So this is the calculator. Calculator. Okay, cool. Boom. And this is available at I don't want Calconic. Yeah, that's fine. I actually just want calconic.com. Wait, let me do this again. Let me get a different link. Calconic. All right, I want this link. Okay. So this is the calculator site that's free. And I actually did something to hide the powered by button at the bottom, so don't tell anybody, but it's hidden. So it looks like it's your calculator. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so that's to get the calculator. And I'll see if I can share this calculator. Okay. So here's this calculator site, and all you got to do, all we're going to do is this. We're only doing one thing, and and the snapshot's like almost done. In the web page, there is this little snippet of code here hidden. It's kind of hidden behind here. And the reason is because I got to remember this. So if you know anything about how to use the, hope you need to, this is how I use the website editor for padding if you don't know how. So I have a negative padding set to this image, and here's why. Let me show you. Without doing that little trick, it says built with Calconic. Yes, I didn't like that. I don't want to leave my website. So I'm a web developer. I said, can I go negative padding? And you can. So nice little trick for go high level is to just do negative padding. So I'm going to do negative 30. Okay, Okay. There we go. So that's hidden. Now, if I refresh this, watch. It's just hidden. So it's a nice little trick. So, okay, cool. So there's a calculator, and here's how this calculator works. This is a calculator builder. Okay, so I'll take some notes here to make it easier. So use the builder. Use the builder. And the first part is, so if I click on this, this is just like any website builder, right? You drag and drop little elements in from the side. So all this is a numeric input, right? So you'd hit, let's see, where was it here? Oh yeah, you do add new element. So I'll make some notes here. So add new element. And then, so you add the new element, and then you do, it's a numeric input. Very simple. There's not many. So it's pretty simple what I did. So numeric input. Add new element, numeric input. Okay, cool. And then there's a setting here where I just gave it this label. Here, I'm going to even do this. This will be easy. Watch. I'll do that. Oops. Boom. Okay, so I'm going to paste this image in here. So you can see how this is done. Okay, so this is a numeric input, which I want. Oops. Which I want down here. And then let's see, then there's a another numeric input. Which is how many people on your list. I'll just take a picture of it. Okay. Wait, this is how many people on your list? Okay, and then the next one is oh wait, this goes in a bit. And then the next one is all this one is this is a slider. Slider. And oh, hold on, let me get rid of this. Windows upon Windows. So this is a slider. And the trick there is you want to lay it out just like I'm showing you in these pictures that I'm pasting in here. Okay. So the slider works like this. I added the scale down here, and the scale is like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So it goes from 0 to 5, and it just goes up one by one by one. I had it going to 15, but I'm only showing 5, and this allows for the steps, right? Just like any slider. Okay, and the third thing you're gonna do, or the fourth thing you're gonna do is another slider. You can change the colors around and mess around with it, do whatever you want. Another slider. Boom. And then almost done. So this is the there's going to be multiple little formula steps. So it auto calculates. It's cool. Add a formula. And this formula is this one here. It's the first formula, and I'll show you how that works in a second. Let me get the picture in there for y'all. Cool. Okay, so the way this works is this. Very simple math. A formula field in this program, apparently. All you got to do is put it in the editor like it's Excel. So I just did, step 3. And you can here, if you click on these elements, it puts it in the little builder. It's not that elegant, but I built that, take step 3 times 0.01 to get a, point to make it something I could do math with. And then I times it by number 2, and I times that by 5, which is up here. It's not in order. So that's how you do the math. And then you'll add another one, which is another formula. Almost done here. And this is the second formula. We have a picture of it there. Okay. And then one more formula. This is how much, this is just showing them how much you could recover after doing this for a multitude of years, just so you can kind of future-proof your client with your agency to make sure that they'll stick with you. Okay. So another formula. I'll label these 1 sec. I just want to get these in here. Okay, this is formula. This is two-year estimate. Let's see. That's recovered sales. 1 year estimate. This is a 3-year estimate. And then the next one's a 5-year estimate. You get it. It's pretty much all the same. Just one after the other. Okay, so add another for 5 years. This one. Okay, so there is the calculator. All right, let me indent these. It'll make the notes better. Okay. Okay. Indent that one. There we go. Okay, cool. Oh, whatever. You'll get it. Cool. So that's the calculator. Use the builder, and so that's the calculator build right there. Any questions on that? I went fast. I want to go fast. Any questions? I don't see any hands here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see no hands. I see no hands. And we're moving on. So here we go. Cool. So I've got my calculator built, and I need to embed it. So all you do to embed it, let me see here. I do close that. Let's see if I go to my calculator. Oh yeah, I didn't save it, so that's okay. So I'm just you share it from the root, or not the root, from like the interface. So all I gotta do is go to my database calculator, and I do no, not sorry. Oh, there it is. Embed calculator. There's this little thing up here. So embed calculator. So that's the next step. Use the builder. And then you want to embed calculator, get the code snippet. Get the code snippet and then paste into GHL website. Okay. So I want to do HTML, get code snippet, HTML. So all you do is copy this, right? I don't remember if I whitelisted my website or not. No, I didn't have to do that. I copied that, and then all you got to do in the website builder is this little snippet of code back there. Remember, guys, I edited this, so can you see that? There's a hidden piece of code back there. So if you don't see that, you won't get it. Maybe I'll make a note here. Let's see. Look for semi-hidden, what's that called? Custom code, blah. Boom. And I'll take a picture of it even because it's kind of hard to see. Oh, too many things are selected. All right, let me add an arrow to that. Why can't I draw on this thing? I hate this stupid thing. It's the worst. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. That's a terrible arrow. Terrible arrow. Okay, so then I would say, let me. Look, oops. Oops. Look, okay, cool. So now let me grab this. All right, cool. So now I'll put this here. Okay, so look for this. Boom. Okay. So I click on that. You open the code editor and you just literally paste in, you paste in this code here. That's it. And you have your own calculator. Cool. All right. So now let's see what else we have on this website so I can share this thing out. Okay, so there's this challenge page. So here is what else you get. So the first page of this website is actually this landing page. So let me show you this. And I'm gonna need to think how I can share this with you the best way. So all this website has here is this is just an opt-in form for the database challenge if I want to have people give me their information before they see the calculator. Okay. So there's a pop-up with a form in it, which I'll give you guys. This is called, what form is this? This is DBR funnel. Okay. Let's see. Actually, so I can share this with you quickly. Let me do this. Let me make a snapshot of this website and make a new sub account that's blank with just this thing in it. Yes. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Well, no, it's a pain. What else is in here? There's payment, which has a form. So there's the payment page, which has a checkout form. I'm not going to show you guys how to make a checkout form. Okay, you guys can do that on your own. It's a two-step order form. There's a product in here. There is a thank you page, which is pretty simple. Oh yeah, so there's an onboarding page. So let's say that the step after payment is onboarding scheduling. So this allows them to schedule onboarding. So there's a calendar that's connected to this. So you would connect your calendar to this, an onboarding call calendar, right? So we'll do that. So let's see what we can get done in a half hour to get this over into a snapshot to share with you all, unless you get my whole snapshot, which would be way too much. Okay, cool. Boy, this is going to be a pain in the butt. Let me think here. I'm just going to do it this way. I'm going to copy this, or I'm going to make a new site here real quick. Create a sub account. I'll just call it block. This is fine. I can't really do it there. Whatever. Nope. Sorry. I'll just do my house. I want to do my house. Let's see. 33 West. Put it downtown. Okay. So there, downtown. Name. Hate this part. Oh my gosh. United States is automatically selected now. Oh my goodness. Is that Sorry, Andre, I know you're in Canada, but if you're in the United States, that is a huge thing because you had to scroll all the way down, like by Uzbekistan. It was really far to get to. Okay, great. That saves me a lot of time. Phone number, blah, 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 put whatever you want. Da, 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 da. All right, website, time zone. Where am I? Chicago. Here we go. Okay, cool. Save. All right, so I'm gonna copy. Let me get another window going here. Cool. So let me copy this website into that account, and then I'll just rebuild the calendar and the form real quick. And then the automation. What a pain. All right. Okay. They really hide that little thing. How do you do this? Irritating. Ay, ay, ay. What is all this nonsense? Wow, it like consolidated everything. That's crazy. Well, go high level. Its release cycle is quite fast. Okay, cool. So now let's go back to that site that I just made. Where's that site I just made? Okay, 33 West Monroe Street. So I'm going to switch to that account. 33 West Monroe, copy link, boom. I want to go to 33 West Monroe is the name of the site. I'll change that in a second. Okay, so I want to paste that into there. Sorry. This is annoying. Hey, go in there. Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. Okay. Now I just need to rebuild a couple things for us. I need to rebuild the calendar. Let's see, the form, which is called DBR opt-in. Right. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the form. Not crazy. All right, let me see what it is again. I forget. Oop, well, this one. I want to do the what I was doing. Sorry, I'm flipping back and forth too fast. Okay, oh yeah, I want to make calendars and do all that stuff. So there's a calendar and a form. What form is on this opt-in page is what I wanted to find out. So let me here's real quick. This is called DBR funnel, which should be in Rosenfeld marketing, obviously, right? So why can't I find it? That's so cool. Huh? That's so wild. Why can't I get that form? Huh. That's the darndest thing. Let me try to solve this real quick. What form is this? Well, I'll just make a new form.
Are you sure that's a form and not a survey?
Yeah. Weird. I'll just redo it. It's okay. Not the weirdest. So I'll just redo it. So all we need to do in this new snapshot I made is I need to do two things. I need to make a calendar. You guys can have this calendar, new calendar, simple calendar. Let's give it a name like whatever, blah, 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 some random stuff. We'll call it here DBR onboarding. This is your onboarding calendar, right? I'm onboarding Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. I mean, this isn't really my hours, but you can keep it. Let's say it takes about 60 minutes to onboard. Cool. I'll do confirm. I'm not going to give any copy to it. You guys can do that if you want. So I'm going to close that. Cool. So then I also need to make a form real quick. Then we just got to make a workflow for the form and we're done. Cool. Sites, 20 minutes. Let's see. Forms, builder, add form. I'm not even going to edit this form too much. Let's see. First name, email, phone. You could do your own, you're gonna have to do your own terms and conditions. We'll make it black. It's ugly color. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Email, phone. That's all you need. Save. I'm gonna call this this one is called the DBR opt-in. This is the root of your website, remember? Let me save that. I'm not going to get rid of the drop shadows and all that stuff to make it fit without popping out a little bit, but you guys can do that. Okay, so I'll go back. I go to the funnel. Click that. DBR. So there's this page. There's this page, which doesn't have anything in it special. There's the payment page, which you're going to have to do your own checkout. So onboarding is one we just did. Okay, so all I got to do is put the calendar here. Boom. You can add to it if you want. I did 40-minute call, so let's book 60 minutes onboarding call. You can update your own SEO. I'll save this. Okay, cool. Not going to publish any of this, obviously. The redirect action is the next step, which the next step in this instance is a thank you page. I'm sorry, the next step is getting started. So here's the getting started. There's nothing in here other than change the email. It's got my name in it. Okay. I don't want the job. I don't want the business. You guys can have the business. So make sure you change this. It thanks the client. There's a variable in here because they just did your form and it thanks them, right? Cool. So there's that. So those are all the pages. And then you have a calendar. Let me put the form in, which is here. Pop-up settings, boom. DBR opt-in. I just do use action from form builder, which says like thank you right in line. It looks fine. Cool. Close that. Save that. Bring back your own customers. This is nice, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Again, this is all my info down here. Please change it. I'm gonna make a note in here. Okay. You can use win back challenge. I don't care. I don't think it's trademarked. I didn't come up with the name. All right, cool. So there's this website and there's this snapshot. Let me see what, oh, the workflow. Okay, so let me get rid of this page here. You don't need it. See what kind of workflows I have in Rosenfeld marketing, which is somewhere around here. Yeah, it's over here. So there's an automation for that opt-in form, which we'll do now. Takes 2 seconds probably, I'm gonna hope. Just kidding. It's easy. Let's go high level. All right. Automation. It's called win back. Here it is. So there's actually a bunch of things in here. How can I share this with you that's easier? Darn it, this is irritating.
Go back to the main workflow, Josh. Go to the 3 tabs on the right-hand side.
No.
Yep. Click
Yeah.
move. Wow, yours don't have it.
No, you
Oh,
do?
no, you have to open the folder. Sorry. Open the folder and then you have to share each one of them to the sub account.
Oh yeah, thank goodness. Thank you. All right, let me share all these because these are great. That would be so nice just to, well, I can't complain. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it'd be nice if you could share the folder
Yeah.
instead of, yeah.
Thank you, sir. The go high level pros obviously way outweigh the cons, or none of us would be sitting here right now. Okay. Nice. Okay, cool. Here, right? Yes. Email new. So this is pretty robust. I forgot I did all this. Okay, cool. Boy, you guys are gonna get a nice snapshot tonight. God, I forgot I did all this work. Awesome.
And we thank you for
it. You're welcome. Wait, I don't want to do that. I want to especially with database reservations. I mean, why wouldn't I share this? Like how many, I mean, you can't take them all. You can't, there's so much work doing this alone. I mean, you can almost go door to door to local businesses and pitch them on the spot, I believe. Weekend promo sequence. Oh, you don't need that. Okay, cool. So now let me put these in a nice little, oh, whatever. These are good. You can just have these automations. I'll put them in a folder for you. Might as well. I got time. I like to push the envelope. So we'll call it, I don't know, opt-in, nurture, payment. Okay, cool. Move to folder, boom, boom, move to folder, and then I'll open these up and we'll see what these are doing here. See what these are. I'll tweak the trigger so it works for you. Okay, cool. So now we have these things here. So there's a, let me turn them on. Publish. So I'll just turn on and open them. So there's a landing page form. So this is the form that's going to get, I'll call it opt-in. Landing page, opt-in form. So the form submitted. Let's just make this work. So the form is the DBR opt-in form that we made. If that's submitted, it's going to add a tag that says win back challenge landing page. That's what I called it. It actually makes an opportunity. So I forgot I made a pipeline. It's up to you to make your own pipeline for this, folks. So it does have an opportunity builder kind of flow, but not going to give you the pipeline. You can figure out how to do that on your own. And then it adds it to, what workflows is added to? What was it supposed to add it to? Oh yeah, I wanted to go to email nurture new lead. So there's an email nurture sequence in here too, which I got from, I bought something and it came with them all, but you'll get them too, I guess, whatever. All right, cool. So there's that. And then there's this email new, so it goes from 1 to 1A, right? There's no trigger because I'm manually sending it in here. And this sends an email out for 7 days. And each email is only about conversational, the win back chat. It's about the way I used Open ChatGPT to write all these emails for the win back challenge. So go through and rewrite these emails. Rewrite the emails. In workflow. Please do that. Okay. So update all these emails. It's got a 7-day email nurture sequence with my name's in here. I don't want the business. Okay. So please rewrite that. Cool. Save that. I know I could fix it. I could fix this and not give you the snapshot tonight, but I'll just give you the snapshot tonight because I trust all 20 of you, however many people are in here. 10. This is great. Now there's 2 more workflows in here. One is for if they do payment received, and that means that, you know, the payment's been received. And I don't think I did anything with this. Yeah, I did. So there's no products in here because you have to add your own win back challenge as a product for the $4.97 a month, right? You click, you'd find it here. So if the payment is received on a product, you'd have to do this on your own. I'm not going to publish it. So I'll say, we'll make a new note here. So workflows, automations, edit the emails. I'll say it again. In step 1A. And then update payment received with your product. And then yeah, so what this does is this removes them from the nurture workflow because they bought it. I don't want to keep emailing them to buy it, right? And then it creates an opportunity. So you need to create your own pipeline. Pipelines, opportunities. Create your own. Create your own. The triggers are in the automations. Just connect them. Okay. I'm not going to turn that on. Email after payment. So once they pay me, I guess there's more. This is to get them to schedule their onboarding. Hey, you didn't schedule your onboarding, schedule your onboarding, schedule your onboarding. And then once they onboarded, you know, you'd move them around. I mean, you could take this as far as you want, but I think it's not bad for an hour. What else? Oh yeah, let me rename this. We'll call this DBR secret, so you know what DBR is, database reactivation challenge snapshot. Oh. And I'll call it, let's see, May 1st, January, February, March, April, May? 5, right? January, February, March, April, 5, 6. 6. Is it 6 or 5? I forget. 5, 1, 24. Okay. Let me update that. Let me just make sure I don't have anything in here I want to share. Okay. Let me double check one thing, because I always mess this up. Let me make sure that if I want, so they can only come in this once, they can only come in here once. I just want to make sure that like the allow multiple entry is on and the things that need to be. Okay, so there's that. There is all of the let me edit that. Okay. Okay, so there's step 1. This is good. I know that. Pretty confident. Step 2. I know that's good. Let's look at it. Payment. I mean, that's got the form. Onboarding. We did the calendar. Get started is just thank you, and you got to email them. I could have variabilized all these things, but I didn't. So again, change, edit thank you page. Thank you page, and then there's the so there's the DBR landing page. Edit the footer. There is the DBR challenge page. Edit calculator. Okay, then there's payment. Add your product. And then there's onboarding. Connect your calendar. Then there's the getting started. You can say page. Okay, edit this. Remove my name, my email. Okay, so here is calculator. Okay. Oh, there's 2 calculators. Let's see, I just gotta put this here. Get rid of this. This is custom calculator. Cool. So there's that. And then there's workflows automation. There's opportunities and pipelines. The notes, I'm not gonna, so this is for tomorrow. This notes are for tomorrow, but I'm gonna erase these. All right, cool. We did it. Any questions before I share this bad boy?
Something just kind of indirectly related, but what are you using there for notes on the left side?
This is called Workflowy. So when this link in here, I pasted it in the chat. Called Workflowy all the way at the top. You'll get this link. So this work at the very top of this thing, it's called Workflowy. If you click this link, you'll sign up for it. It's totally free. I don't make any money off it or anything, but I use this incessantly, constantly. And it's an amazing app. It's got the best keyboard on the iPhone. It's just such a great little note taker, and I use it to do everything. So yeah, that's what it is. All right. Count snapshot. Any other questions? Any questions?
It's like Notion.
What'd you say?
It's like Notion again.
No, not at all. All this does is create lists. It's free and it just makes lists, but they're super shareable.
Okay.
You could share them really easily, and it's really powerful. It's really cool. So we'll call this snapshot database reactivation. Whatever. Database reactivation challenge. You don't need to call it snapshot. It is a snapshot. Okay, so the account is going to be, I'm going to call this thing, oh yeah, the DBR challenge snapshot. And I'll put a date on here also so you guys know. 5, although the date will be on, well, it'll be better. Okay, save. Okay. Give it a second. Any other questions? Any other questions? Okay, good. I will have this video online tomorrow as well. Obviously, it's important to go along with the calculator in this thing, I think. All right, here we go. Share snapshot. We'll do a permanent link. So I'd love it if you guys can connect this. Let me share it right now in the chat. If you guys can try this out tonight, and then, you know, if there's anything wrong or I missed something, let me know. We'll fix it tomorrow because it's not going to take that long to do a database reactivation. All I'm going to do is I'm going to add it. I'm going to have CloseBot deal with it as well to just take it to the next level rather than just a stock go high level database reactivation challenge. Okay. So with that, you all have everything you need. Thank you very much for attending. I'm going to 1 more hour tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Central Time. We're going to do the database reactivation. We'll tweak this if we have to and do the database reactivation. I'll take any questions about bots or whatever you want to close up the day. There probably won't. There may be a snapshot update tomorrow, but I doubt it. So with that, again, thanks a lot, and I'll see you all tomorrow if there's no questions. All right, thanks. Good night, everybody.
Josh, sorry.
Yes,
just
sir.
Oh, I have something.
Okay,
Josh.
one at a time. One at a time. Kofi, I think you were first.
Just a
Yeah.
quick one.
Oh, Sebastian, yeah. Anyone? Kofi, Sebastian, who wants to go? Anyone?
I can go. Okay, so
Okay.
where exactly are we getting the notes at? Because I don't think it's in the chat when I joined, if it's supposed to be there.
Okay, let me put them back in here with you all in here.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, you're right.
Thank you, Josh.
Okay. Sure. No problem. So I'll paste them at the end too. My bad. But this will be in the school group. If you came here via the Zoom link and you don't know about my school group, I have a school group where all this is in there and more, way more. So if you don't know about it, it's called the chatbotchallenge.com.
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, cool. Great. So there's the workflow link. So that's the link to this document. You'll have access to the software. It's totally free, unlimited. It's really amazing. Sebastian, does that answer your question, Kofi? Sorry. Kofi? Yeah?
Yes, it does. Thank you so much.
You got it. Sebastian? Nope, he's gone. All right, cool. Well, happy May Day, everybody. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Thank you, Josh.
Yep, you're welcome. Good night, everyone.